everybody, Wes here. Welcome back to VGL, and in this video we're going to discuss the new TMNT The Last Ronin. As you know, this game is one of the most anticipated games in years, especially for the fans of the TMNT franchise. It seems like it's been forever since we've had something to look forward to with the TMNT video game franchise, and that excitement is at an all-time high with the new Last Ronin game in development. We've had some awesome games throughout the years, but The Last Ronin feels like a big jump in quality and scale for the IP. It's being developed by Black Forest Games and published by THQ Nordic. This game promises to unleash a grizzled Michelangelo, the last remaining turtle, on a brutal path of vengeance. In today's video, we're going to discuss everything we know about this upcoming game. How huge of a game is TMNT The Last Ronin? What kind of game is it? What is the story and setting? And should you be excited for this game? Well, let's pop open the manhole cover, get a slice of pizza, and jump right in. The TMNT The Last Ronin comic series presents a dark and gripping tale set in a dystopian future. Now, in this story, we're introduced to a lone surviving Ninja Turtle, the last of his kind, embarking on a vengeful quest against a powerful enemy who has taken control of New York City. Now, at the start, the identity of this lone turtle remains a mystery, which adds an element of suspense as the story unfolds. Now, throughout the series, we get flashbacks that reveal the fates of the other turtles, Master Splinter, and their allies, which, if you've read the comic series, it definitely paints a tragic and really sad backstory. The comic series really has an intense storyline with mature themes and offers a rich foundation for the video game adaptation, which is really exciting. Imagine a game where players take the role of the Last Ronin and they navigate a hostile and futuristic New York filled with danger at every turn. This game really could seamlessly blend in stealth, combat, and exploration while staying true to the essence of the Ninja Turtles, all while offering a more mature and gritty experience, which I think we've all been looking forward to. Now, throughout the game, players can unlock memories or flashbacks that reveal the story on how the Last Ronin came to be. Now, this approach would not only honor the comic's dark tone, but it would also provide a fresh and immersive experience for longtime fans and newcomers to the TMNT IP. I don't think we're going to get a traditional narrative for The Last Ronin, as there's going to be a lot of flashbacks and memories that will reveal the story. TMNT The Last Ronin is set to offer a unique and hopefully thrilling gameplay experience, which is set to blend classic elements with a new twist. At its core, it's going to be an action-packed adventure game inspired by that comic book series, which, like I said before, is a more mature tone, which I think whenever this game gets revealed, like once we get a full gameplay presentation, we're going to see a Ninja Turtle game that we have never seen before, as we're going to be stepping in the shoes of a sole surviving turtle in that dystopian New York City. Now, the combat in The Last Ronin will likely be a major highlight. Some have said that it's going to be more of a hack and slash game like God of War, so we can expect a deep and accessible system that combines martial arts, weapon skills, and stealth. Now, it's also rumored that each turtle's signature weapon will be available, along with new gear and abilities to unlock, which should allow for a bunch of variety in fighting styles. Now, this would not only suit the different types of players, but it should also increase the replayability. Obviously, this part's just speculation. Now, the stealth elements will be a big role in this game. I mean, at the end of the day, we are a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Granted, we're a Ronin now because we don't have a master. So yeah, stealth is going to play a big part. I also hope that the gameplay movement is something that's kind of like a mix between God of War and, if you've seen the Wolverine gameplay, something like that. So if the gameplay will be basically a mix between Wolverine and God of War, that's really exciting. Now, as for the exploration, this is another key aspect of this game. Obviously, the game's world is going to be a dark and gritty reflection of the comics atmosphere. Like I said, taking place in New York City, a dystopian future. From a ruined city to hostile sewers, the overall vibe and aesthetic, if you've actually seen the comic book series, could translate really well to a video game. I'm hoping there's going to be puzzles and clues you have to solve to unlock different areas, as I don't want this game to be a fully open world game. I'd almost prefer if the game was more like a Bloodborne inspired game, but a lot easier, and it brings that hack and slash of God of War and the movement and fluidity of a game like Arkham Knight or even Wolverine. Now, another part of this game that will be big is the narrative focus. The story is going to be emotional. If you've read the comics, you know that it's going to dive deep into the turtle struggles as well as their determination. Now, in terms of the setting, as I talked about recently, it's set in New York City, and decades of Foot Clan rule have transformed the city into a dystopian nightmare. Neon skyscrapers pierce the polluted sky, and honestly, if you've ever played any other Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle game, do not go into this game expecting for a similar setting, a similar looking New York, because I don't think that's what we're going to get for The Last Ronin, especially if they plan to heavily utilize the comic setting. Now, at the start of this video, I talked about how The Last Ronin is likely going to be a turning point for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles IP in terms of video game and just in popular culture as well. As you know, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles have been a big part of the entertainment world since their debut in the 80s, with countless video game adaptations, some amazing and some others not so great. However, like I said, the release of TMNT The Last Ronin could be a big turning point for the IP. The Last Ronin is not just another game in the series. It represents a bold and innovative step in storytelling and gameplay. Like I said, this is unlike the previous games that have all kind of relied on a pretty samey formula. The Last Ronin will introduce a darker and more mature theme, and this right here could attract a broader audience, including older fans who grew up with TMNT, who might have fell out of love with the series. This could be what brings those eyeballs back to TMNT. Not to mention the new gamers seeking a more sophisticated narrative in their games that have more adult tones. There's a reason that PlayStation keeps pumping out games like The Last of Us and Ghost of Tsushima, and that is because the mature tone of those games and the stellar writing, narrative, and gameplay is what brings people to the PlayStation console. Like I said, the success of The Last Ronin could spark a renewed interest in the TMNT franchise that I believe is honestly a long time coming. Not that the TMNT IP hasn't already stood the test of time. Like, I mean, guys, TMNT has been around for years and the fandom doesn't seem to be dying down at all, like in the slightest. Maybe a little bit, but either way, the success of this game could lead to a resurgence to the IP overall. A game that is well received can be a catalyst and inspire new TV shows, movies, comic book storylines, and other games. The Last Ronin's unique approach to the TMNT world could open up possibilities for exploring other timelines, characters, and universes within the TMNT multiverse. Honestly, the impact of The Last Ronin could also extend to the gaming industry overall. Its success could encourage game developers to take more creative risks, especially whenever it comes to established IPs, which, if we're being honest, the success of Hogwarts Legacy and it being one of the most well-done games that respects the source material of an already established popular franchise. TMNT could follow suit in an even more impactful way. Seeing a classic franchise successfully reinvent itself can inspire other developers to push the boundaries of their IPs. Or, if we're being honest, it could give the suits in charge a reason to spend money on a video game. Now, in the realm of the TMNT fandom overall, The Last Ronin has the ability to create a whole new generation of TMNT fans and enthusiasts. By offering a fresh take on the TMNT universe, it can bring a new crowd of people previously not interested in the franchise, as I said before, which I reiterate again is why I feel like TMNT The Last Ronin is more than just a one-off game. It's a potential turning point for the TMNT IP, so needless to say, it's an exciting time to be a TMNT fan. But now let's get into the meat and potatoes, or rather the pizza, and talk about the thing that everyone wants to know. And that is, when is this game gonna get released, and when are we gonna get the next gameplay trailer? If you didn't know, a teaser trailer dropped in August of 2023, showcasing an insane teaser that really does set the tone for the game. We could likely expect snippets of gameplay and story at one of the upcoming summer showcases in 2024, which is set to give us a clearer picture of what awaits in the shadows. Black Forest Games, the developer, is tight-lipped about a specific date, but estimates place this game sometime releasing around the late 2024 or possibly even early 2025. So while the wait may seem like an eternity, remember, a high-quality, meticulously crafted experience takes time. You just kind of have to trust that the developers over at Black Forest Games are pouring their hearts and a little bit of blood, sweat, and tears into doing this game and franchise justice. But yeah, guys, that's gonna wrap it up with this video. Let me know what your thoughts are on TMNT The Last Ronin. Are you excited? Are you a little bit overwhelmed with all of the Ronin and Japanese and ninja type games that are coming out? We've got Ghost of Tsushima 2, Rise of the Ronin, Assassin's Creed Red, and of course TMNT The Last Ronin. What game are you most excited for? Do you think this game is what TMNT fans have needed for a long time? Let me know in the comment section. Do me a favor, hit the like button if you've enjoyed my coverage. Subscribe to the channel with your notifications turned on. And until next time, this has been Wes from VGL, and I will talk to you guys again soon.